you helped me change the way I saw certain things. So I would say thinking.
Yeah.
You helped me and still do process things
Yeah.
in my own head. Right? Like you don't come here to say, "Hey, help me get out of this situation or help me deal with this person." Cartwright's approach is always, at least from my experience, has always been, "Well, that person's not here. Let's work on you
Yeah.
and let's work on the way that you process it." And let's also think so much about how to get out of this situation or how to get a certain outcome that you want.
Mm.
Um, you would ask me, "What do you think God's teaching you?" You know, is he more interested in this certain outcome? Is he more interested that you get a raise? Raises are fine. Michael's my boss. I'm just kidding. But what instead, let's talk about and let's focus on what God could be teaching you, what you think he may be teaching you right now.
Mm.
And when you do that and you go, "Oh, he's teaching me patience," then you kind of view things as like, "Okay, well, let's work on me. How can you be more patient? What are some
Which
things you can
allows
do?"
a little bit less frustration when you have that mindset
Oh,
going in.
yeah.
And just off of that, I will say a lot of my clients that haven't worked out as well as you, I'm not saying from a result standpoint, but just longevity of client, they've come in just to vent. They don't want the challenging thought. They don't want the deep dive and self reflection. They don't want to evaluate, all right, how am I approaching this? Maybe I need to approach this differently. They're not thinking that way. They're just like, I need some place to get this out and tell me I'm great and everything's fine. I wouldn't say that's all, but I would say that a lot of that you realize is like, oh yeah. And some people that's not a bad, like you can go find that if that's really just need a place to dump outside of your wife or your family, your friends, and you just need that safe place. I get that. But what's been great, and I would say a testament to you and your character is like, hey, yeah, I need a place to just let loose and kind of let my hair down a little bit and just kind of let it out. But also like, okay, now help me kind of decipher and
Yeah.
challenge my thinking on it.
Yeah.
Going back to the question. So
Yeah. You got to be open to the challenge that you'll receive from Cartwright because that's really the meat
hmm
and the takeaway that you get from it.
yeah. hmm
You know what I mean?
Right.
If you don't, yeah, I mean,
It's weird, Bo, like how many people really are out there, and it's like I'll start doing what I do with you, and they're like, "What? Hold on, let me
that's what
finish
I'm
my
here
thought."
for. Yeah.
Let me, and not stopping me like that's not what I'm here for, but they'll even in their behavior kind of be like, "Oh, let me finish this thought."
Yeah.
It's like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
Or they'll look at me a weird face, like, "I don't know." You're like, "Oh, okay, yeah, this is not what you came for. Got it."
Yeah.
Which is fine, but yeah, that's not what I do. Which I think is a testament that you wanted more of that. You wanted more than
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. You got to want it for sure.
So,
Yeah. You got to want the truth.
yeah.
You got to want the truth.
Which I think going back to what you said, like you found some result in being humble, which is that's a strong character trait we've talked about many times of like the humility to, all right, let me hear some feedback and I may not like it.
Yeah.
I would say humility though in the long it feels great. It may feel bad at first.
There's just peace with it.
Uh-huh.
You don't have to, like, I'm
Mhm.
here for you to help me out,
Mhm. Yeah.
not give me the answers, but lead
Mhm.
me
Yeah.
down the right path.
Mhm.
And,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, if you I would imagine, like, how tiring that is to, like, have to pretend like you know
Mm.
the answer all the time, especially with if you're a Christian, like, with knowing what's going on in the
Mhm.
Bible and, like, how that works here and all the stuff that's going on in the world, man, you'll go nuts.
Oh, man. Yeah.
I mean, you'll go nuts. You don't
Yeah.
know the answers. Nobody does.
Exactly. He wins in the end, but not me.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'll be part of that, but, like, the whole idea that I can't yeah, I'm with you. It can be exhausting to think that at the end of the day that I'm the one that has to have it all figured out.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
Man, that's interesting. Can you think of an example of a moment when coaching directly changed a decision you made? Ooh, this is specific. It's been, being the last 5 years. On average, how many think times we met? 30, 50, 50 times?
Total?
Total.
More than that, right?
We met for once a month for
Dude, we were once a week for a while.
we were, that's right.
I was I was struggling.
And then we probably had some follow-up lunches and
Oh,
breakfast.
yeah. No, I think it was more than 50.
Yeah.
I don't think that yeah, it had to be more than 50.
Yeah.
Maybe not, I don't know. And the podcast we just did, I said we were been together for 10 years, it's only been 6.
Mm. Yeah.
Anyway,
Wow.
um, yeah, so an example of a moment when it actually changed a decision I made, I mean, there's probably a ton of examples of that. Man, honestly, I go back to this. It's the muscle that you exercise daily um, to almost say, "Hey, this is not I don't have to perform for this."
Yeah. Yeah.
I really don't have to perform for this. Um, I don't have to know the answer every time.
Mhm.
If I'm in the middle of that tension of trying to do the right thing and be, I don't know, a good Christian. That's a terrible thing to say probably,
Yeah.
but, um, try to be a disciple, I guess,
Mm.
and still have all these temptations and things that you want to accomplish outside of just that on this earth. Man, I know that's super deep, and that wasn't the point of the question, but,
Yeah.
um, it's, uh, it's not something it's not a specific time that you coached me out of or into. It's the every morning waking up with that perspective of, um
Yeah.
it does.
Yeah.
Frees you up a lot. Another this is a good little nugget probably that has a lot to do with this um, is also learning through your guidance, um, maybe just to not think about myself so much.
Mm.
Um, it's to see certain situations at work. We'll use work as an example. Like, hey, you're super ambitious and that's good. You're super hardworking and stuff like that. But um, how can you don't focus on that too much? You'll go nuts. Focus on how can I add value to this person at work today?
Yeah.
And if you do that enough times, you'll look up and you'll be well beyond whatever your ambitious thought was when you
Yeah.
started that exercise, right? That's really hard to do on a daily basis. Um, you've coached me in that in a lot of different situations. Um,
Mhm.
hey, instead of being so frustrated with this person, how can you serve that person today? And then see how it works out.
Yeah.
And you always know the end of the story. It's going to work out really well.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so
Still not
that's a good
easy.
one. No, heck no, definitely not. It's not our first.
Which,
Uh,
if anybody's read the book, by Simon Sinek, Infinite Game, it is that thought process though of like, I'm thinking big picture, long term, what type of man I am and want to be. It's the inward expressing outward versus vice versa.
yeah,
Most people want the external to define me on the inward,
yeah,
And so I think like, how do I change that mindset of like, no, this is what I'm about. So I'm going to serve this person, whether I don't like them or they're ticking me off or whatever. I am this person. It doesn't matter what their actions don't dictate me.
yeah,
I dictate my actions.
yeah. And if you're a man in your 20s and 30s and you're trying to find things that you can control
Mm.
and that you can do, well, that's definitely one, right? It's
Yeah.
serving the person that you're with where your feet are in that moment.
Yeah.
You can control that. So
Yeah.
enjoy controlling that,
Yeah.
do that
Yeah.
if you got to control
100%.
something. That's been a big thing you've taught me.